Hello everyone, my name is Mitchell and welcome back to Xenonauts. So, it has been well, a week or something from last episode, so I'm trying to remember what I was doing. I remember I was kinda getting into the game and then I couldn't play for a few days and yeah. So, we have some kind of UFO situation on the map. We have a very limited amount of guys here available. Oh yeah, we had the vehicle, but it got destroyed. So that's not good. And the UFO situation was there's a small UFO going in here, and we are probably refueling our ships because we have 30% fuel left here, and probably out of ammo anyway. We are just returning from the mission, so okay, that's what was going on, and we are attacking another UFO. So it's starting to get very busy. How's our money situation? We have 300,000. Kinda wanna get the radar here, to be honest. That's 250,000. Right now we are not manufacturing anything. Kinda wanna have another car, to be honest. They are fairly cheap. Wait. Oh. What? Why I can't build it? We can't do more weapons because we are out of alloys, okay? Maybe this screen is bugged. No? Higher fire engineers? What? There's something weird going on. We had the wrong base selected, okay. Oh my god, I've been such an idiot. How? That's quality content right there. Okay, and we have actually a lot of things going on here, so yeah. Okay, that explains a lot. Wow. Wow, that was pretty bad. Okay, so we are basically invading more. Huh. Is that just a condor here? Oh, for fuck's sake. That went straight to hell. Refueling, I don't think I need the full health, to be honest, so I'm just gonna send this to see if we can drop this UFO. Can we actually... We don't probably need full tank of fuel, do we? Oh, rapid fire lasers. One of our engineers recently presented me with an idea for a rapid fire laser weapon. So it is predictably expressed crudely, the fundamental science appears on. The ideal approach would be to generate a continuous beam of energy that can be swept across the battlefield, but even alien superconductors are not capable of dissipating the amount of heat generated by sustained continuous fire. The proposed solution borrows heavily from the autocannon mounted on our interceptors. The multiple rotating barrels. So it's a laser Gatling, basically. Or minigun, I suppose, at this point. Instead of using a rotating barrel arrangement to facilitate high-speed loading ammunition, it can be used to vastly reduce the amount of heat continual fire will regenerate in each individual barrel. We have successfully tested 2 3-barrel prototype weapons in our laboratories. The scatter laser is a rapid-fire infantry weapon designed to replace the ballistic machine gun. Oh, it was the machine gun, right. We were missing that. It inflicts increased damage and suppression at the cost of reduced ammunition capacity. Unfortunately, it still suffers recoil, albeit in this case caused by the spinning of the heavy cooling arrays rather than the recoil of the projectiles, and therefore will require a strong soldier to achieve full accuracy with this weapon. The Gatling laser is scaled up to fit the cannon hardpoint on our interceptors using a triangular arrangement of 3 powerful lasers that collectively inflict much greater damage than the conventional autocannon. The increased size and weight of the weapon allows us to use mostly conventional materials in the construction of the weapon and its power cell, paradoxically making them far easier and faster to manufacture than their smaller cousins. As such, we have already upgraded our existing autocannons to the new design. The only difference you should see is increased combat effectiveness. Interesting. Pulse lasers. The purpose of pulse laser is to produce a weapon that inflicts the maximum amount of damage possible per shot, creating an extremely powerful laser beam that is able to inflict heavy damage on even well-protected targets at a great range. Aside from scaling the laser emitter up, we have further developed it to produce a beam of oscillating intensity switching between a high and low power levels thousands of times per second. Rather than sustaining an uniform level of heat, the target suffers repeated pulses of intense heat that causes rapid fracturing of the surface material. As the surface material breaks apart and disintegrates, this effect becomes even more pronounced, giving the pulse laser excellent armor penetration compared to standard lasers. Okay. We have developed a variant of the weapon small enough to mount on our Hunter Scout car. Ooh, that is available for immediate use in the carriage. This is fitted with a battery that holds enough power for 8 shots and should substantially boost the combat effectiveness of the vehicle. We have already used the pulse laser to upgrade our base defense with batteries, right? We've yet to build any of those. I'm thinking I will build one for each base where there are troops, because without the troops it's kinda pointless. But yeah, pulling power directly from the base's reactors, they should greatly improve the chances of destroying an attacking extraterrestrial craft before it can unload ground forces. The retrofit is already well underway and should be complete by the time you read this. Any further defensive batteries we construct will also incorporate laser technology into their design. At least until we develop something better. So let's actually check that. The defense battery is... yeah, so it will reduce the size of the alien ground forces to a minimum of 50%. So might be able to even destroy them. Okay, I think in the original game they just reduced their or did damage to them. Alenium. This glowing yellow material forms the core of the UFO power source. We believe it to contain vast amounts of energy. Oh, that's so nice. Study of our alien captive. We believe this could allow us to develop a method of communicating with our foes. Civilian analysis. Analyze the captive's civilian prisoner in order to identify weaknesses. In completion, our troop will gain a damage boost against the alien species. I mean, that's pretty nice. Let's start with the interrogation though. Let's actually see how hard the alenium is. I probably don't wanna do... We could definitely do that as well. But... I kinda want... I don't think we have enough money to build ships. Or UFOs right away anyway, so... just that. We're still working on the laser rifles and precision rifle. The vehicle indeed is destroyed. Yeah, we already got the Gatling lasers. Good. Let's see if we can bring either of these UFOs down. I'm just gonna auto-resolve this. Nice, still got some fuel and ammo left. We have a mission there, but now let's see. It is very, very, very far away, so I don't know if I just do an airstrike it, to be honest. I'm thinking we need to get another squad here as well, but that's like a far in the future, so I think I will just airstrike this for now. Okay, yeah, it's another just one ship, so... Oh, that was over the sea. Okay, well, we were kinda low on fuel, so I didn't wanna follow it anyway. So the question remains, I think I will just build a radar array here now. 10 days. Yeah, it will be ready just before end of the month. Then we should be able to get the money and buy the ships. A lot of our stuff is now rearmed and whatnot. Okay, so this is the small ship, I suppose. The alien scout is a small craft with a larger crew than the light scout. Though it's still a scout craft, it's larger, better armed and more dangerous than its predecessor. The design consists of 2 crew compartments, a sizable semicircular forward compartment that contains the ship's control systems, and a circle bay at the rear of the vessel that houses the ship's power source. The substantial armor plating around its key compartments, usually 8mm thick but rising to double that in some areas, perhaps suggesting the armor of the light scout was in effect little more than a heat shield. Okay. This makes it a much more formidable combatant than the light scout, particularly coupled with plasma beam that has greater range and inflicts additional damage. The hull is dotted with an extensive network of sensors that feed data into the crew compartment. These glowing eyes seem to track everything from airspeed to infrared emissions and probably represent the method by which the craft gathers intelligence on our planet and species. So let's see. Okay, so the light is this. It has 3 times the durability. It's even faster, which is kind of interesting, and yeah, turn rate is far worse. Research mission. Before I left the Air Force, my last job was working on the crank file, and if I didn't know better, I'd say some joker had shipped everything from Langley and left it on my desk. That stack of reports in front of you is a sizable chunk of recent UFO sightings, and they're like something out of a comic book. Mostly vivid descriptions of unusual, almost paranormal activity, such as storms suddenly appearing out of nowhere, eerie glowing lights, and signs of unexplained cattle mutilation. That was... I always remember those cows inside the alien ships in the original XCOM. That was funny. I even have a report of a man who claims to have abducted and then kicked out by his abductors. The ETs seem to be carrying out some kind of research, but why and for what reason we don't know. Research missions seem to be restricted to their scout ships, who will scan a defined area looking for suitable subjects and locations to carry out their experiments. Scouts doing research will also land fairly frequently to obtain samples and carry out fieldwork. Research missions can result in casualties, but nothing major. Whatever they are up to, Commander, I think it's better we don't get a chance to find out, don't you? Sure. Alien interrogation. Without the ability to communicate with our extraterrestrial attackers, there can be no peace. This war could only end with the extinction of one side, genocide or on a galactic scale. It is therefore helpful that the study of our captive has yielded the secret of alien communication. Extraterrestrials have atrophied vocal cords because they communicate via radio telepathy rather than verbally. An alien word is in fact just a short burst of radio waves, energy-intensive but effective. We have been able to construct a basic alien vocabulary by using our lab transceiver to record radio transmissions from our captives, and repeating them back in various combinations. Study of the responses by our resident cryptographers decipher the meanings of several, allowing us to conduct a basic conversation with our captive and expand our understanding still further. I think I kinda missed something there, but whatever. I thought I care not for such trifles. Our work here has created an entirely new scientific discipline, making me the father of xenolinguistics. But it is a shame that our captive brought such a terrible conversationalist, endlessly repeating a request for new orders and refusing to engage on any other subject. Interestingly, it seemed happy to thoughtlessly follow simple orders issued by my team, just as moving across its cell. Eventually, once it had compiled, splattering. Once it had become clear that no more could be gained from questioning the creature, one of my team handed it a pistol and ordered it to kill itself. It promptly complied, splattering its brains across half of the containment tank. It seems the alien soldiers are just mindless trolls. I suppose we will need to capture an alien officer if we are to get the answers we seek. Oh, and before you get too excited, reproducing the suicide effect on battlefield is completely impractical. It requires a stationary target and laboratory full of equipment. Huh. Well, that didn't actually help us at all, did it? Not really. Let's do the civilian analysis. We're definitely gonna be running out of money this month. Oh, missing. Commander, have you seen my radiological study of aluminium anywhere? No? Typical. I take the time and design a flawless filing system and my team will walk off with papers. This isn't the first time it happens either. We've had several research papers go missing. Nothing more than a day at most, but it's holding up the work on our weapons development program, and that's time we cannot afford to waste. I've spoken to Provost Marshall and reminded him if he's going to post his goons at the doors of my labs, they should be taking their jobs more seriously. Hopefully that will be sufficient. Wait, what? Somebody steal our research? Huh? What was the point of that? I mean, it suggests that somebody is spying on us. I don't know. Did we actually pick up on new research we did? Okay. How's the building going? Wow, it's very, very slow. Holy shit. Yeah, I guess it takes forever, especially when we run out of money soon. Okay. It's crazy, one gun over a week to make it. Well, it's with 5 engineers. I guess I could hire more engineers. Civilian analysis. Lizard men. Zuckerberger and his his followers. I'm impressed, Commander. Quite how your men managed to subdue such a creature is beyond me. Now it has been safely confined in a containment tank. We have been able to perform a detailed analysis on it. The test confirmed your initial suspicions. Civilians possess only rudimentary intelligence, have a bad eyesight and struggle to operate firearms. However, they are remarkably agile for such hulking creatures and can cover ground surprisingly quickly. They also possess astonishing regenerative abilities. Unless the creature is actually dead, it will regenerate virtually any damage sustained to its body. Brain included. Wow, that's efficient. In a matter of minutes. This ability seems to arise from the unspecialized stem cells in the civilian bloodstream, which replicate at an incredible rate, and can produce complex organs such as eyes or nerves just as easily as simplex structures such as muscle tissue. Clearly, the volume of these being regenerated is too great for this to be a natural process. We believe inherent regenerative abilities are being supercharged by the nanoparticles of alienium in alien blood serum, providing the vast quantity of energy needed to rebuild entire body parts in minutes rather than weeks. I mean, growing body parts at all is kinda impressive. This analysis has brought two tangible results. The first is an upgrade to our battlefield medipacks. Nice. Which is borrowed from alien nanotechnology to help stabilize battlefield injuries. Sadly, full-blown tissue regeneration would require decades of genetic engineering. Yeah, sadly indeed. These improved medipacks replace our previous ones and will heal at twice the rate. Well, that's still good. The second result is a summary of known civilian weaknesses which should cause your men to inflict approximately 10% more damage when fighting these enemies. That's like a quite accurate approximation. Now we have only the LNM left. I probably overdid our scientists in the beginning by a long shot. And I'm starting to feel that I could use more engineers, but what we are lacking is the money. So we got the new medipack, we got the new guns. This is very small, one very small UFO, so that should be fine for one ship. Then again, this is small. Yeah. 1x alien alloys, okay. Now that both of the ships are home, I'm gonna send them both out after this one. Oh right, we have the new weapon. We might have been just fine by sending one of them then. Man, don't outrun us, you bastards. Yeah, I'll resolve. Another mission, but it's again on the other side of the planet. I really think it's gonna take like 2 days to get there, so I'm just gonna look it. It does feel bad, but I just think it's too big of a risk. I think next month we get a crew on the Soviet Union as well, so we can start doing missions here. A lot of shit going down in South America. It would be nice to actually see the largest radar ranges here, but I think I need to build a base in South America anyway if I want to cover it. So looking at the map, we kinda need probably one here, and one here to cover the, if we want to cover the whole map. I don't know if we will. I'm assuming that's gonna take a lot of money. Elenium. Elenium is the fundamental power source of all alien technology. This translucent yellow material that resembles amber in appearance and forms the core of the alien power source recently recovered. The rest of the device ultimately proving inconsequential. I'm sure that was a nailed pronunciation there. Detailed analysis of Elenium's molecular structure reveals an incredibly dense atomic arrangement, allowing the material to store energy in quantities previously thought impossible. Despite this, the material remains inert and has a half-life of nearly 1 trillion years. It can be cracked if enough mechanical force is applied, but this will not cause an energy discharge. This can be explained by the exceptionally stable arrangement of atomic chains, which also contain a clue as to how to unlock the energy trap within. Each chain contains regular weak bonds that can be broken with precise application of energy. By specifically targeting and breaking these weak bonds with a laser, one can easily generate a controlled energy release of virtually any size. This leads me to believe that Elenium is no more than an incredibly advanced alien battery. The molecular structure is not one that would occur naturally nor contain any inherent energy of its own, but it makes a perfect method of storing the output from a far greater power source. As we have no way of recharging Elenium and will almost certainly be using it to power any new technology we develop, we should make an effort to recover as much as possible from UFOs and alien ground forces. Yep. That's one of the problem with airstriking everything. We don't actually get anything. Elenium explosives. Our scientists believe they can develop Elenium-based explosives we can use to upgrade our grenades, rockets, and air-to-air missiles. That's actually not bad. Alien alloys, industrial processes that will allow us to fabricate items from advanced alien materials, likely to lead to a new generation of battlefield equipment. So I'm gonna assume tanks and armor, stuff like that. I mean, explosions sound nice. Let's do the defensive ones first. So now that we have alien, we have all kind of stuff to build. It's so slow. Like I have 2 rifles and that's it. Thinking, do we actually need more jackal armors as well? Probably. I'm gonna wait before I go through the equipment because yeah, there's some stuff we need to kind of move around, I suppose. Of money, but we are running out of the month as well, so that's a good thing. Guess I can go full speed. Okay, so we have the radar array here. How much was the plane? It's 100,000. Yeah. Financial issues, indeed. We failed to make even one precision laser. Medium. Oh boy. I'm gonna put everything on it. I'm actually honestly thinking maybe two Foxtrots cannot even take out the medium. But we can take out the small for sure. We can... we're just not gonna airstrike here. Because we're gonna get missing here, so... or maybe not. Ooh, maybe I should try that. Oh, that's the medium ship though. Let's take it down, I don't wanna... oh, what the hell am I doing? Yeah, just engage it. Yes, he's getting help. Shit. Fuck. This is... we don't have any fuel left. One of the Foxtrots, or the only Foxtrot has fuel. It will not be able to return the base if it continues the fight. Return the base now. So Interceptor Condor 2 has low fuel. That being said, I'm kind of fine with losing one of the Condors. I believe that should be enough to take him down. And we're gonna return base one of them. I do not wanna shoot more than one missile at a time. God, can I like retreat? I should have hit that retreat earlier. At least we took care of that ship, but yeah, we should have taken the medium UFO out when we had a chance. I'm kind of curious how bad is our chances if we send both of these out. Yeah, that's nice. I guess we got enough money from that. That thing. I want a new car. So expensive. Oh, really? No, take it out then. Ooh. Yeah, they both took a lot of damage from that. I'm tired of kind of airstriking these, but I guess I must. Wait. I wanna see my so they are out of fuel and out of ammo. Guess I need to wait. I might be able to still take out this UFO, I suppose. Yeah, these guys need a lot of repairing. These ships are still... I mean, I guess the second Condor is, is still out of action, so... Wow, Foxtrot 1 is... yeah, she took a lot of damage. I'm not feeling so confident. And I guess we are getting a lower amounts of money because of all the failures. And we only got like 700,000 money. Alien Victory even 4 funding regions lost, so that's actually kinda early, I would say. We definitely need to get bigger ships, and we need to buy or bigger planes. I think I will just buy two Condors here. 2 seems to be a good amount. And we need to build another of these Migis foxtrots, I suppose. Man, that's expensive as shit. Really can't afford to lose this. I should be more careful with my foxtrots. Alien alloy fabrication. Good news, Commander. I've developed a method for shaping captured alien alloys, allowing us to incorporate them into our designs for the first time. This is largely a result of tapping the vast reserves of energy locked away inside our stores of alanium. Though the foundry processes are a little more complex than simply blasting the materials with our upgraded laboratory lasers until they melt, for the sake of brevity, I will leave the explanation at that. Okay. Needless to say, this is a discovery of enormous significance. We can vastly improve the efficiency of our existing technology with alien materials, but they also open the door to ideas that seemed impossible only a few weeks ago. The frontiers of science have moved in the past few months have moved more in the past few months than they did in the previous century. Some of these alloys have properties that barely even exist in theoretical science. I must admit that my team are struggling with the pace of advance. We are sometimes as much limited by our scientific education as we are enlightened by it. The proposal for developing improved battlefield infantry armor with these materials may therefore seem a little underwhelming, but it marks only the start of what we can achieve. I would not be surprised if we were building a whole vehicles of entire aircraft out of them soon. In the meantime, if you see any of off-duty scientists strolling around the base, please remind them that A. they should be in bed, and that B. research materials should stay within the laboratory at all times. The number of unauthorized upgrades appearing across the base is matched only by the amount of yawning in my labs. Ooh, wolf battle armor. I kinda like the sound of that. It's probably going to be way too expensive for us to produce anyway. But I mean, the money management is really tough in this game. Oh, we are not actually building anything, are we? Oh well, it's gonna take some time. I mean, in the old game you just pretty much sold all the aliens you looted and you got a gazillion of money. But they have obviously fixed that issue in this in the Xenonauts, so are we still refueling? We have fuel, all the fuel, but the health is very low on the Foxtrot. I really don't want to lose him. And the one ship is of course not retrieved yet. I guess I will have to let this UFO go as well. I'm not really liking it, but well, it's gone anyway. Right. These guys are not gonna go anywhere. I think this is the same ship. I could send one Foxtrot. I guess this ship is permanently grounded, so or I could send one Condor, not the Foxtrot. So I don't think one Condor has any chance of killing these medium ships. This is the ugly part, I suppose, when you don't have enough ships or enough fighters. Okay, we have some ships fixed. Nice. Maybe we can fight. Maybe we can fight the next thing. If there's going to be next thing. that's nice. Okay, and we got the ships in Indochina as well. Now I basically... I mean, I kind of want to send or get one of those helicopters here. But that kind of means that we need to... How much is the Charlie? It is 100,000 as well. That means we would need to have the crew quarters here. God damn it. To have enough space for the crew. Where is it? Living quarters, right? It is very cheap though. Yeah, it's very cheap. And it only takes 5 days to make. Maybe I do wanna do that. That way we can start doing missions from this base as well. Yeah, let's do that. Let's order the ship or the Charlie. I guess I need to hide the soldiers as well, huh? Strength is good. Oh, we need the space first, okay. That's fine. Wolf Battle Armor. The Wolf Battle Armor is a direct replacement for the Jackal Combat Armor, using the remarkable properties of alien alloys to provide extra protection to your men in combat. Each individual suit requires a large amount of money and alien alloys to fabricate in our workshops, but they should dramatically increase the combat effectiveness of our men. Wolf armor consists of numerous parts: an armored helmet with a reinforced visor, thick torso protector plates, armored pads for the shoulder, elbow and knee joints, plus ballistic gloves and combat boots atop a fire-resistant undersuit. Collectively, this dramatically improves resistance to injury. Yeah, just injury. The centimeter thick breastplate is capable of stopping a 50 cal round at point-blank range. It is the equivalent of walking around with 3 inches of steel strapped to your chest. I mean, yeah, sure. Both of the plating and the undersuit have also been impregnated with a dense network of ultra-fine superconductor filaments, which absorb the heat from any energy projectile and dissipate it across the full surface of the armor, giving the soldier underneath a much improved chance of surviving the impact. None of this appears to have dramatically improved the mood of our soldiers. Indeed, I cannot recall a single smile from the miserable shots since the invasion began. It is almost if they do not realize quite how difficult working in the laboratories can be. A little more gratitude would hardly go amiss. Yeah. Okay. We only have the aluminum to go. But I think this is actually a good time to end this episode. We had a couple chances for a combat, but I didn't feel like taking them, so yeah. I hope we'll get more exciting in the next episode. See you guys there. Bye.